how the wealthy use debt and taxes to get richer, and what you can learn from them. Most people are taught to fear debt and accept taxes as an unavoidable part of life. But for the rich, these are not obstacles, they're powerful tools. What? If I told you that the wealthy don't just grow rich through income, but by mastering how to use debt and minimize taxes? In fact, some of the richest people in the world borrow millions, pay minimal taxes, and still grow their net worth year after year. And the most surprising part? They're doing it legally. In this video, you'll discover exactly how they do it and why these strategies work even when they're living off borrowed money. Stick around till the end to learn the one tactic that lets the rich pass on millions to their kids without paying a dime in tax. Let's start with a hard truth. The financial system was not designed to reward hard workers. It was designed to reward smart planners. While most people earn a paycheck, get taxed, and try to save what's left, the wealthy structure their money to work for them. They borrow strategically, invest with purpose, and use tax laws to protect their gains. This might sound complicated, but I'm going to explain each step in simple terms, so that even if you're just getting started with your finances, you'll understand how the rich play the money game. Number 1. Using good debt to buy more assets. There are two kinds of debt: bad debt and good debt. Bad debt is when you borrow money for things that lose value, like buying the latest phone on a credit card or taking out a high-interest car loan for a vehicle you can't afford. That's the kind of debt that traps people. But the rich use good debt to build wealth. Good debt is borrowed money used to buy income-producing or appreciating assets. Think rental property, stocks, or even businesses. For example, if a wealthy investor borrows $1 million at a 4% interest rate to buy a building that generates 8% rental income, they're profiting 4% annually using someone else's money. And that income may be partially or fully shielded from taxes through deductions like maintenance, mortgage interest, and depreciation. So instead of saving up for years, they use good debt to fast-track their wealth-building process. Number 2. Borrowing instead of selling. How they avoid income tax. Here's a strategy that sounds unbelievable but is completely legal. Rather than selling their assets, like real estate or stocks, and triggering capital gains taxes, the rich often borrow against them. Let's break this down. Imagine a wealthy person has $5 million in Amazon stock that they bought for $1 million years ago. If they sell it, they'll pay around 20% tax on the $4 million gain. That's $800,000 lost to taxes. Instead, they go to a private bank, use their stock as collateral, and borrow, say, $2 million at a low interest rate. That money is tax-free because loans are not considered income. So now they have $2 million in hand, the stock continues to grow, and they've paid no tax. This is the foundation of the buy, borrow, die strategy that we'll explore later. Number 3. Depreciation. Earning while losing on paper. One of the most powerful tax breaks for the wealthy is called depreciation. This allows them to deduct the wear and tear of assets like buildings, even if those assets are making them more money each year. Take real estate. A landlord might collect $100,000 in rent annually, but the IRS lets them claim that their building is slowly losing value, say $30,000 a year. Even though it's just a paper loss, it reduces their taxable income. This means the landlord only pays tax on $70,000 instead of the full $100,000, even though the property is probably gaining value in the real world. This creates a legal way for rich investors to keep more of their income while their wealth continues to grow behind the scenes. Number 4. Real estate. The tax-protected wealth builder. Real estate is one of the wealthiest people's favorite investments. Why? Because it offers 4 major benefits: income from rent, value appreciation over time, leverage, using borrowed money, and significant tax advantages. Let's say an investor puts $500,000 down on a $2 million apartment building. They borrow the other $1.5 million. The tenant's rent covers the mortgage, and the property grows in value. On top of that, the investor gets to deduct interest on the loan, claim depreciation, and write off expenses like property taxes and repairs. These tax benefits reduce their taxable income significantly, and if they ever want to sell and upgrade to a better property, they can use a 1031 exchange, a tax code rule that lets them reinvest the profits into a new property and defer paying taxes indefinitely. Number 5, corporate structures, how businesses cut taxes, another secret to keeping more money. Not earning it as a person, but as a business. When you earn money as an employee, your income is taxed first, then you spend what's left. But when you own a business, you spend first on business-related expenses and only pay tax on what's left. For example, if a consultant earns $150,000 through their LLC, they can deduct office rent, travel expenses, meals, equipment, and even part of their home used for business. If those deductions total $40,000, they only pay taxes on $110,000, not the full $150,000. This is why the rich often own multiple businesses, LLCs, or S Corp. They legally reduce their tax bills by writing off legitimate expenses. Number 6, trusts and foundations, tax-smart legacy. Building trusts and foundations aren't just for billionaires. They're tools used by the wealthy to manage and protect their money, pass wealth to their children, and lower taxes. A trust can shield assets from estate taxes and creditors. When someone puts money into a trust, it's no longer part of their personal estate. That means when they die, their heirs may not pay estate tax on those assets. Meanwhile, private foundations allow someone to donate money to a cause they care about and take a massive tax deduction, sometimes up to 30% of their income. The kicker? They can still control how the foundation's money is used, fund their passions, and even involve their family members in running it. Number 7, buy, borrow, die. The strategy that avoids all taxes. This is the strategy that brings it all together. Step 1. Buy appreciating assets like stocks, real estate, or businesses. Step 2. Borrow against those assets to access cash. Loans aren't taxable, so you get liquidity without income tax. Step 3. Die. And here's where the magic happens. When you pass away, your heirs get a stepped-up basis in the asset. That means all the appreciation is wiped clean for tax purposes. For so, example, if you bought $1 million in real estate that grew to $10 million and you borrowed $3 million against it to live your life, your heirs inherit it at the $10 million value. The $9 million gain, it's never taxed. This is how the wealthy legally pass on massive wealth without the IRS taking a big bite. Number 8. Using life insurance as a tax-free ATM. You've probably heard that life insurance is for emergencies, but for the rich permanent. Life insurance is like a secret bank account. They use policies like whole life or indexed universal life, IUL, to stash large amounts of money. The cash value grows tax-deferred, and they can borrow against it later, without paying taxes on the withdrawals. Better yet, when they die, the policy pays a tax-free death benefit to their family. It's one more way to build and transfer wealth, quietly, efficiently, and legally. Number 9. Earning less, but keeping more. This one might surprise you. Many wealthy people show very little income on paper. That's because most of their earnings come from tax-advantaged sources, capital gains, dividends, rent, or borrowed money. While someone with a job might pay 30% or more in taxes, a rich investor might only pay 15% or less. It's not about how much they earn, it's about how much they keep. Number 10. Elite advisors. Your personal tax brain behind every wealthy person is a team of experts. They hire the best tax attorneys, CPAs, and financial planners, not because they love paying fees, but because these professionals save them far more in taxes than they cost. If a tax strategist helps reduce a $1 million tax bill to $600,000, that's a $400,000 savings and worth every penny. The lesson here? You don't have to do it all yourself. Investing in expert help can pay for itself many times over. So, there you have it. The wealthy don't just work hard, they work smart. They use debt to grow wealth faster and taxes to protect it. These aren't tricks or cheats, they're strategies built into the system, and now you know how they work. Which of these strategies do you think is the most powerful? And do you believe regular people should start using them too? Or are they only for the ultra-rich? Let me know in the comments below.